I mean, do people even listen anymore? We're so used to our opinionated bubbles that we can't even listen to someone with an opposing viewpoint or belief. Can't even. There is an element to Soul Deep that is a quickly fading skill in today's world, and yet it is invaluable, and one might even say, world changing. This is the art of listening deeply. Do you know how to listen? Really listen? Part of the magic of Soul Deep is in sharing your story, which we talked about last time. But why would you when you don't know if it will be heard? And how do you listen to somebody else's story and honor it? We'll be talking about these things today. But first, g'day. If this is your first time here, my name is Leanne Shawler. I'm an artist, a somewhat noisy and boisterous contemplative, and your guide to the Soul Deep spiritual experience. Soul Deep is a way to connect to yourself and to the divine. It is a blend of modern art with the ancient arts of Visio Divina, meditation, and storytelling. It's for everyone, no matter if you find meditation easy or hard, and no matter who the divine is for you. For me, it's definitely a loving presence. There will be a playlist of all these videos on my channel, so you can watch them in order. I will number them too to help that out. I'm not an expert on this by any means, so I would love for this to be a conversation starter and a learning experience for us all. I will share what I've learned, and then we can chat. Listening deeply to someone else's story means you really get to hear them, and they really get to be seen by you. You're relieved of the journey to fix that person or to form an opinion of that person. You may feel that something in your life is just like what they've shared. Do not think about how to share that story back to them. Listen. Thank them. Let them know they are not alone. It's really tempting to commiserate. Rachel Remen says this kind of listening is generous. And not only that, it's a huge honor to receive someone's story. Who knows how long that story has gone untold because there was nobody truly willing and ready to hear it. So how do we do that? I admit it takes some practice. First, there's the intentional listening part. We put down everything else and listen. If you're multitasking right now, and remember, I do this too, maybe put down those two other things and look at the screen and listen. Maybe headphones will help you concentrate. But maybe you're someone like a friend of mine who focuses better while doodling. Do that, but let everyone know that's why you're doing it, because it helps you to focus. So whoever's speaking, let them say all the things. Do you find a common thread with them? Nod to let them know that you're getting it. Then there's how to respond. I still check myself if something rises in me that wants to be said in response. That check makes it a response and not a reaction. If it's something like, have you tried? Or, I've had something like that happen to me once. Or, that's never happened to me. Or a similar thought where I'm putting myself into the center as a fixer and the, let's be honest, know-it-all. These are all words I know not to say. So what do you say? You are not alone. It was so powerful when you said. Or simply, thank you for sharing your story. That was beautiful. Even a silent acknowledgement, like a hand upon the heart, is a beautiful way to express empathy for the person who's telling their story. In a group setting, you might not even have to say anything at all. Not everyone in the group needs to respond. Was there anything you didn't quite get? You might ask clarifying questions, but don't demand an answer. And you might still not get it. That doesn't make the other person's experience invalid. It might just be beyond your lived experience, and this is where empathy will come in. Sometimes when we haven't been given the chance to share a story, the words are at first hard to find. Simply acknowledge the depth and the complexity of a person's story. This way of deep listening is how to receive someone's story. It is a sacred task, as holy as being able to share your story. Want to practice before engaging? Listen to my artist perspectives, as if I was telling you the story, which I am. Jot down your thoughts, any questions, and then leave them for a few days. Then come back, and did any of your responses sound a bit bossy, or perhaps putting yourself in the center? And this is where you can adjust your responses to ways that will honor the space, honor what has been shared. So sources for this video include Maryville University's article, How to Be a Better Listener, and the words of Rachel Remen, MD, as well as my own experience. I'm going to include links to those articles. Now it's your turn. What do you know to be true about deep listening? What has been your experience? When have you listened deeply? Please share in the comments below. Let's start talking. Oh, and if you haven't watched it already, check out my video on storytelling and Soul Deep to get a sense of why listening is really important. Really. Don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications when the next Soul Deep video goes live. You can check out the Soul Deep website at www.soul-deep.net. I'll link to that below. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you'll be joining me on this Soul Deep journey. You might ask